Right.
Let's see. Share. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see it.
All right, it's okay. I don't know. I think Douglas, I'll share the recording with him. Probably something has come up because he hasn't said anything. Okay, so last time
Right.
I was talking about this, the funded programs. Like for instance, we have FTMO. So I didn't even explain what it was all about. I remember I just sent a screenshot in the group. So how this works is you can see here you have different amounts allocated to different challenges that you can take. So what this means is if you buy this, you have to buy it at this amount, 150, 155 euros. That's I think 170 something US dollars. So once you buy this challenge, you'll be required to do a test. So the test has two steps. It has what is known as the first step evaluation, or just step one and step two. Or you can also refer to it as phase one and phase two. Then the last phase is where you become a trader. What happens is you'll be given this amount of money, although you can't withdraw, then you'll be using that as your capital to trade. But you can only do that if you pass this first challenge and the second one, and then you become funded. So what does it mean to pass the challenge? It means you are given a target of $1,000 to make, and your maximum loss is 1,000, meaning you shouldn't lose more than 1,000 on the account. Then daily loss is 500, meaning on that given account, you're not supposed to lose more than $500 in a day, in a single day. Then phase two, the only thing that will be different will be the profit target that you'll be given will be very small. So in this case, you will only be given 500. And the maximum daily loss, meaning the amount of money you are allowed to lose in a day is 500. The maximum loss, meaning your overall loss shouldn't go beyond 1,000. But then the profit target is reduced by half, meaning you're only making $500. So now how this works. So for instance, as you can see here, there's different account sizes. You have this one, 200,000, which is like 1,000. You have the 50K, which is 345. You have this one, which is 250. So now, the good part about this is once you know how to trade, it means when you pay this amount, then you don't even need to think of it as like you lost or wasted your money. No, because once you qualify or you pass the step one and step two, you get what is known as a funded account. Now, in that funded account, you'll be refunded the amount of money that you paid. So this is just to ensure that the people are taking this as serious traders. Then once you are done with these two phases, you're given back the money that you had initially deposited together with the profits that you make. Then there's also something known as a profit split, where these people are trading for get 20% of what you make, and then you keep 80% of the overall amount. Then payment system, they have crypto that you can use to withdraw. So you can either do a bank wire, meaning you get the money to your bank account, or you can use crypto where you have like a crypto wallet. I'll explain how you can set up that in our next lesson that we will have. Yeah, then there's also another one. It's also the same scenario. It's just the same, almost like the same company, they do the same thing. So for this one, you have a 15K, which is around $100, but this can be reduced to I think $100 because you can use discount coupons. So for this one, you are only required to pass one phase, meaning you have to get 10% of the initial amount that you are starting with. So in this case, the total amount of money that you are required to make is 1,500. And then you're not supposed to lose more than 6% of the overall account. In a day, you're not supposed to lose more than 450. Then the overall loss is 900 dollars. You're not supposed to lose over more than that. So now to just put this in perspective, let me do this, show you how easy this is. Can you see my screen now? This one.
Yes, I can be able to see it.
Oh, okay. So let's say I had a trade previously that I actually unfortunately missed because I had exam. So I was conflicted. Yes. So now this is the trade that I missed. I was anticipating a drop from there coming all the way down here. But my initial take profit was somewhere around here. There. How did I know that the market was going to drop? If you go to a higher time frame, you remember what we had been looking at. Let me just remove this. If you remember from our previous lessons, this should be clear. So we said if the market is moving in a downtrend, it will always be making this push up. Then this is a minor reverse. So market continues there. Then we see a massive drop to the downside. So since the overall trend is down, my anticipation was if the market comes back to, if you remember from the other lessons we had, I said the market, if you are using the trend line strategy, you are supposed to wait for it to touch this trend line how many times? 3. So this is the initial stage. This is your verification stage. This tells you that this is a strong level. So my anticipation was that if it touches it for the 3rd time here, I'm going to take a trade to the downside, to that downside. Now, this trade, if let's say I had caught it, the way I've said, if I had caught that trade, I would have made, and show you the amount of money I would have made with this trade. Let's say I entered from right here. My stop loss is above those wicks. My take profit is down here at this level. So I want you to notice. Yes. So I want you to notice something. So you've seen this level here. I want us to do a calculation of how much money we would have made if we had taken this trade. And then we'll go back to what we are looking at, the funded accounts. and how easy it is to get those profit targets that they had set. So let's say we had taken the trade here. So what we pay attention to is this level here. Right around
Okay.
yeah.
The 3366.7.
Yes.
Okay.
This one, the one which is highlighted, I think it's in purple. This one in purple, 3375 or 337458. You've seen that number, right?
Mm. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, yeah. So these two digits. So we enter from here, then the market dropped all the way to this level there. So now I'm going to get this. I know this is only for sorry. Um, Hope you can still see my screen. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, since what I was looking at here, this is called US state. You can see from there, it's US state. So if I come back here, I'll just change this to US state. But
Oh,
now,
okay, okay.
then here I'll just change the numbers now to those ones which we had used there. You remember those ones?
Yeah.
So let me just do this calculation quick. So the first digit is 745.5. So that would be where we entered from, 745. Then we exited at 33194. We exited 194.4. It was a sale. Now we're going to change this, the lot size. Let's say we had entered with 8 was a sale. Yeah. Are you seeing how much money we would have made?
Let me see. Okay. Is it this one, the Fed US dollar?
Which one? Let me just check. Maybe okay, you can see this amount here, right?
Whether the Fed dollar? Fed US?
No. What I've circled?
No, I can't see it. I can't see it. I can't see it. Okay, okay, yes, yes, I've seen it.
In blue here, right?
Yeah, $4,408.
Yes, that's how much we would have made if we were using. Let me now go back to why those accounts I pointed. That's how much we would have made if we were using this account, the 10K account,
Oh.
with only one trade, we would have made about $4,000. The reason why I'm
Yes.
saying we can't make this amount with a smaller account, it's because remember this lot size has to reduce. If you're using a small account, you can't use a very big lot size. So what that means is on the same trade, if we had taken it using a smaller account, it would have meant maybe we would have used 0.3, 0.03, yeah, something like that. So meaning the amount of money would have reduced to around 160. You can see this, right?
Yes.
Yes. The amount of money would have reduced to 165 USD. That's with a small account.
Yes.
But if you get a funded account, it means you can now make more money on the same types of trades, not changing anything about your trading stuff. The only thing that you would change would be the lot size here. So now, my emphasis is on, first of all, knowing how to trade, getting the skill. Once you have those two, then we look for ways in which we can even use the same courses, the money that we make from the courses, to buy a funded
Trade.
account, because there are even cheaper prop firms. I didn't show you all of them. Let me so that we can use that money to make something. Use that money like buy, which will now enable us to trade with bigger capital than just using a smaller account. So, like for instance, this one. Can you see you can see my screen, right? The new one which has opened.
Yes, but it is faint. I can be able to see.
It's dark.
Yes.
Okay, can you see now? The interface is dark, but it has like white writings
Yes.
on it.
All right. I'm able to see. Well, two yellow spots.
You're able to see what?
Is where choose your challenge. So
Oh
there's
yeah. Okay, yeah.
challenge type.
Mm-hmm.
The one step, two
Yes.
step.
Yes. Now for this one, the reason why I have brought this one is because it has a 5K challenge, and this one, if I was to use this, I use that standard account, I don't apply any of this. You notice that this challenge is actually cheaper. Let me see. It's only at 47.5 dollars to purchase. Now remember, any amount that you use to purchase a challenge is not even a risk. That amount will always be given back to you, given that you pass the
The test.
test, yes, the challenge, yes.
Oh.
Given that you pass, you'll be refunded together with the money that you've made. So if we had bought this challenge, for instance, then I traded it. We can even use discount codes to reduce the price. So let's say if
Okay.
we had purchased this challenge, this one, and if I go back to this, now let's say we are now going to be using that 5K challenge, meaning this will just be 0.4. We'll use this. Then, if I calculate, this will give me $2,000, meaning we'll probably, they do their profit split. This will mean it will be on average like $2,000. So that means that's the amount that we are going to receive. Then the company keeps the 200. Then that amount that we had initially deposited, the $47, it will be added to what will be left after they do their sharing. Meaning we'll get 2,000 plus a refund of the amount of money that we initially bought the challenge for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so now this means if we were to move, instead of using this 5K, let's say we kept on, like, since this just requires you to be knowledgeable, if you know the market, then you are good, you can do this, given that you have a very good strategy, which is what I'm hoping
Mm-hmm.
to like get you guys that level. I'm also going to be trying out a challenge. I'm just waiting for an opportunity like that one, the one I had. I'll be purchasing one of these.
Mm-hmm.
So if, for instance, we moved from this 5K, now we were maybe trading with a 300K account. That means the lot size that we'll be using is going to increase. So it will probably be somewhere around like 2.5. Yeah, 2.5. So the same trade would have given us 13,777.5 US dollars. So what this means is
Mm-hmm.
there's a massive opportunity for people who are skilled, like people who know how to trade. There's like
Mm-hmm.
some of my friends, the ones who have been doing this for a long time, and they make a
Mm-hmm.
lot of money. You can't even believe sometimes. You can just be shocked.
Okay.
They have withdrawn maybe somewhere around 1,000. And if I convert that to quarter, that's a lot. It's somewhere like
Yeah,
18 or
it's a lot
21,000.
of, yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. So then what they advised me was first start with the smaller challenges. So instead of starting with the 300K or any of those bigger ones, we would start with a 5K account. Then we get verified, we get back our money. Then we continue scaling it up. For some, since
Mm-hmm.
these companies are different, you can get funded with different companies. Then the the amount of money that you keep from each company, let's say you are getting, you have like maybe 200,000 with this one, 400, blah blah. If you add up everything, let's say you started with this, the maximum you can get here is 200,000. Here the maximum you can get is 250. Here the maximum you can get is 3,000. So if you add all those up,
Okay.
you find that you might even have like maybe even $1 million in funding with just different companies who are giving you the money to trade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's what it's about.
Okay. That's nice.
Yes, so that's why I was emphasizing first, we should get the strategy right. Once you are comfortable with trading, in fact, I was even thinking of just using, like, that's why I created the signals group. We can even, since I'll be sharing signals there, that to just like make our work easier. Like if this trade I had managed to like catch it, I actually missed a few more trades. I think I was analyzing
Okay.
with, yeah, with this as well. I missed this drop coming downward.
Okay.
Yeah, because if I was to, let me show you how my reasoning was that it was going to drop. If you remember, it's just trading is simple. So what was happening was this: the market was trading from this point. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I'm able to see it.
Yes, you've seen, right? So we had two touches
Mm-hmm.
there, right? In fact, if I was to even,
Mm-hmm.
if I had been earlier to catch this other one, probably our entry would have been somewhere here. But since I had
Yes.
already made that move, I just saw one. The first I made this to be like my initial touch. Then I saw this other one as a second touch. Then when it came back to this point, what am I expecting? I'm expecting a drop, which is
Mm-hmm.
what the market did. Then it went back to this level. Then when it came back here down, I was anticipating that the next move, once it reaches somewhere around here, it's going to drop. How do I know? Because this level, the one which is marked in green, this one, the one marked in green, initially it was a support at this point. If you can see, there it acted as support, like it was rejecting. So now since the market moved way past it, went like broke this level, went down, we were expecting to retest. And on top of that, there was this line. You remember this? Yeah, that line. So my reasoning was all these have like lined up. We had this previous support level becoming resistance. The next thing is this trend line level. Here, it's been rejecting the market from way up here. So meaning I know for a fact that it's very difficult for the market to go above that level. It will instead go
Yes.
down here. It will instead go down here. So now then I move back to my lower time frame here. So let me just try. What can we do this? Get an eraser and remove.
Ah, Johnny, so good, yeah? Wakuda? No. No. Nenzakaliko? Tutanasiriza pale.
Yeah, so my drop was from this level, it will come all the way back to this level. Why? Because
Yeah.
if you look at now this, here it formed like a mini trend line. There was this. But overall, on the higher time frame, I saw that the market was going down. So I was expecting from this level, it should drop all the way back down here. Now, this was another move I was looking at. These were the two that I focused on. There was this one. This one I wish I took. I just had classes. So I missed both of them. But this one was even longer. This one. It was bigger than the previous one because the drop was all the way from that level, expecting it to reach somewhere around its level. So if we had taken these two, sure would have been in some good profit. But anyways, we'll to find some more moves this week, this coming week. Hope since by then I want to really be having exams, so I'll be more focused on the charts. Otherwise, that's what I wanted to explain on the prop trading and all that.
Okay. I need time to go through this because as I had indicated the last week when we were it was this week on Sunday. Yeah, I was working. So but I remember you committed yourself to record something then you post. So I've been
Yeah,
waiting
I've
for
just
that.
been busy, but I'll record.
Yeah, I remember you told me that you were having some exams.
Yeah, I am. So
Okay.
yeah, I had the exams. So then this coming week, at least I'll be less busy. I'll try to share some
Okay.
trades. But I was hoping Douglas would also be here. But anyway, since we've recorded, we watched the recording. I wanted us to look at
Okay.
the Meta 5 interface, how to like set, like how to enter trades. Since here, what I've just been
Okay.
talking about What I've been talking about so far is just funded accounts. That was my main focus. Tomorrow when we meet,
Okay.
I'll go back to what did we look at? Top-down analysis. For the assignment that Douglas was,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we'll look at top-down analysis. Then after top-down
Okay.
analysis, we have some time. I'll look at the MetaTrader interface. Then during the week, if we have like good setups, we can even take some trades.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we'll talk more about the funded accounts after,
Mm-hmm.
after we've done all those things. And you're now able to like trade on your own, or you're able to analyze the market or on your own. Then you can share ideas in the group. Even Douglas is able
Okay.
to do that, the analysis, and come up with biases like to the direction where he thinks the market is going to go. At that
Yes.
level, it just means you just need a little bit of push. Then the amount of money that you can make is unlimited.
Okay.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right
Okay. No.
then.
All right.
Yeah. We'll end here. We'll do the other thing, the top down analysis again this Sunday, and the MetaTrader,
Okay.
yeah, interface. So
Okay. All right.
all right, have a good day.
Okay. Thank you.